I'm very drunk. I've been to the pub and I've not done any work tonight, or I'm not going to show you any hardware, grinding, welding or any of that crap. But my new tank arrived and I'm really pleased, so I'm going to show you around and show you some plans and the tiny little bit that I did. I'm so happy. Okay, I think you can see this. I'm hoping so. Shine the spot over. Don't really light it from there, but hey. This tab has got to go. It doesn't allow me to push the tank forward enough. At the moment I've got it some rubber bungs and a bit of wood, but you can see that it's almost central. Hey, whatever. It needs to come forward a bit, but I won't be able to judge that until I've got the triple tree headstock, whatever that is meant to go on there, because when I turn the bars I've got to avoid hitting this, so this will be the last thing that gets actually mounted. But just as a dummy up, I've got a chunk of rubber under there. This can completely go, and when I look at the way this thing was welded, so can a great big chunk of this. That can be ground off, which gives me loads of space to do the seat. It's just going to be a bucket, a very short, shaped along the frame rails, but pretty short really. But I love that tank. It really suits this frame. I was lucky really in that that was the one I saw on eBay, the original one, that yellow one down there that I wrecked. And this is so much better and really nicely. I don't know whether I'd keep this fuel cap. This one's in really good nick that I got with it. That said, would you believe that piece of beat up old crap is the only thing that will actually release it. Nothing else will. But maybe I should keep the bottom end of this screwdriver and just put it on a handle and use it as my keyring. But I'm sure I can do something a bit more imaginative with that. To find out whether I can actually put a lock in it, I've got the one off the yellow tank. This one was all rusted and knackered, and exactly the same. You need something like that screwdriver to open it. But if I disassemble that, take all the rubber seals out and find out how to open it, you must be able to get to the keyway, and there's a place near me where I can get a new key. But I might put something a bit more adventurous on. What else? Yeah, like I said, at the moment I've just got a rubber bung under there. Oh, look at that. I didn't know when I got this on eBay. Got to be careful now because this one's in really good nick. It's all original. I'm not going to throw it around like I do the other one. It just needs cleaning. It's got a vent pipe down there, but it's got a fuel tap as well, because it's Honda's fuel tap. Amazingly, those on eBay, the fuel tap, go for more than the cost of this tank, and they included it, so that's fantastic. But also you can see this is going to be so easy to modify. There's no problem with cutting this off and welding something to that, because I've got 1, 2, 3 layers of steel before I risk anything. And all I want to do is put a mounting nut and then use whatever rubbers work from that one, that one, which was off the original one. This one is one I think I'll probably use because it's got these bungs. You drill the hole of that size, shove it down, even if it's bent like that, it'll be absolutely fine just to support it at the back. The front, again, it's got these really well welded tangs. This is going to go, cut it off so it's invisible there. Same thing on this side, obviously. What I've done tonight, just to play, these are the bungs off the original. They don't quite fit tight enough for me, though with the mounting system they can't possibly come off. Take them off. All I've used is a nut, two washers that mount. That hole was originally part of this frame. If I create something that these fit onto, I mean, they're pretty tight as it is, and they can't come out once the tank's on. So the original tank, not like this but the one that was on it, had like a, I don't know how to describe it, a scallop, a piece of metal welded that sat in there. So you put the tank in, push the scallop over this and over this, oops, from the back, bump, and then you fixed it there. This couldn't go anywhere, rubber mounted. That couldn't go anywhere, it was on a rubber mount with a bolt that was enshrouded in rubber, so no stress on the tank. I think that is going to work by simply fitting those scallops onto this here, because that's actually where it lands. Though more than likely what I'll do is I'll make the scallop on a back plate and then just tack it onto there. It doesn't have to be super strong, but obviously I've got 1, 2, 3 pieces of steel there before they break into the tank, so just tacking it onto that point and chopping it here seems to be the right thing. So this was brilliant for 40, what was it, 43, something like that. I'll leave this as it is. What I did see on this tank, that the dust on this that's still there, this is all like a really thick layer of powder coating, but the dust is in the seam, so I may do something with that. But this one, it's all original, it's not powder coated, it's just normal paint. Oh, like there's a load of crap in here, but that'll just all come off. Again, be gentle, don't treat it like I do the other one. There's a couple of scratches there and there, but there's no dents, which is fan-dabby-dozy. Oh god, I shouldn't have said that. Ah well, if you will listen to a drunken fool, this is what you get. So I'm really pleased with that. Just turned up this morning and I couldn't believe it. Not the fact that it's in such good nick and original and unmessed with, but that it's got the fuel tap. Those fuel taps go for 45 quid on eBay. Brill. We're going to have to change the angle of it, but hey, that's nothing. So that's it for the update for tonight. Just this little bit of simple bolts and stuff. I suppose I could weld it in once it's, but why would I bother? Because once it's got the metal shield fitting around it, it can't go anywhere anyway, and then it's all isolated. I still have a big issue with this shape. I just don't quite know what to do. I like this, I've even, excuse me while I change hands, I've even considered something like clean it all up and simply cap it. Ooh, what have I got in my pocket? There we go, 50p. And seal it off with something like a 50p, and when I paint the frame and grind everything back and make it all super smooth and beautiful, obviously a bit at that angle, but something like that, I don't know. I mean, this isn't a chopper, but I did watch a lot of chopper videos, so hey. Anyway, I think because I'm very, very drunk and waffling like crazy, I ought to say peace out, ride safe.